Okay, so 2011, I catch this parole violation, and I end up going to Alley County Jail. Um, I've been through Alley County Jail process, and if you've been there, then you know how it is. That shit is grimy, and it's the worst thing you could possibly going through processing. So I get through all that, and I believe I land on the 2000 floor, and I get to the 2000 floor, and well, as soon as I pull up, uh, I had a couple of my homies right there on the tier, so they welcome me, everything's good, and I'm just there on the violation. So, mind you, I'm trying not to catch any time. I got to do this little 12 months and be up out of there. So I'm trying to stay out the way, but since I've been, in the system already, and people are starting to know who I am, plus I'm starting to, my name's starting to get a little recognized in the hood and in the system. I end up getting a one-time, right? And it's coming from high power, basically. And like I said, I'm not going to say any names or anything, but I get a one-time from the whole to snatch up either where I'm at, or if I land, because right there when you land in Alley County Jail, they either keep you there or you go to Supermax. And, it's either or, so just waiting. I'm waiting to either find out if I'm going to stay there or if I'm going to take out the Supermax. So while I'm there, I end up getting this kite to snatch up where I'm at on the floor, or to snatch up the spot wherever I land in Supermax. So I think I was there in 2004, maybe about a month before they transferred me. So here I am. I get on the bus on Supermax, and I land in the 900 floor. That's it's basically like a high power right there in Supermax. And they had me right there for about a couple of weeks just because but before I got there, I had gotten 2 fights. So during court line, so they had to send me. That's why they sent me to Supermax, because of that. So when I land on the 900 floor, the homies right there are telling me that I'm not going to be there too long, and that they were going to be kicking me out to either the 800 floor or the 700 floor. And basically, when I get there to see what's going on right there, and if everything's smooth, keep it the same. But if it's not, and they need help, then to snatch it up. So I'll probably right there, maybe I'm not even there, maybe a week on the 900 floor, and I come out with my DLs, they end up sending me to 826 I believe, and I pulled up right there. Everything's good. Everything's supposed to be established already, When you get there, they got these the bottom tier. I believe there's 10 bunks on the bottom. Five racks are for the blacks, and 5 are supposed to be for the homies. So it's already established where if somebody lands on one of our people's bunks, that the blacks would move their people, on their own. So that way, they could, we could just, and likewise, we'll accommodate them, if our people landing on their bunk. And at the time, I remember but Chris had the dorm at the time, and I had a good understanding with these dudes, right? And it was smooth for a minute. Probably been there maybe about a month, I'll say. Everything has been smooth. It's been going good. And out of nowhere, this dude goes to court. The dude that has the spot for the blacks, and he don't come back. Because when you go out to court from Supermax, sometimes you don't come back. They'll keep you in Alley County Jail if you're gonna start trial or whatever. So he doesn't show up. He doesn't come back. And I guess the Sundays of Bloods end up taking over that dorm right there. And there was this new dude that had pulled up, and this fool, he used to walk around like he's all high and mighty, whatever, I already knew that I wasn't going to be able to communicate with this dude. Like, he just was not one of those people you could talk to, And I knew it was going to be a problem, but I didn't know it was going to turn into what it did. But basically, one of his people landed on our bunks, and it was it ended up being right next to me where I slept at. And those bunks were supposed to be it's basically if you're fighting life, or you're there for a hot one or a gang of time, you're on the bottom tier like everybody else goes to the top tier. So my neighbor next to me, he takes off, he ends up starting trial, and they move they moved some black right there. And I went to go get at their Macret to get this move done because he obviously wasn't going to do it on his own. And dude was just being difficult, bro, talking about he doesn't know how it was being ran last time, but he's not. Basically, he's telling me that he's not going to move his people, that he doesn't know what we had going on, but he's not going to move. And then the dude that landed there, he's not trying to give up that bunk because he landed on the bottom bunk. And, basically, like, you got to be there for some time to get that, like, you're not going to just pull up and get a Cadillac bunk, you know what I'm saying? So this dude didn't want to move, and then his people there, they weren't tripping on him. So it turned into a big thing real quick, and, I didn't do anything right in that moment. So I just told him, all right, well, let's try to figure this out, and I'll get back at you, Well,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, as soon as I told him that, I went to get at the homie next door. I told this fool to shoot me a strap because I didn't know what was going to happen. I told the homie everything that was going on, and just to be ready because right there in LA County, like if one dorm jumps, at that time it was different though. Like if one dorm gets off on the blacks or a riot happens, then everybody has to jump that whole corner. And it's like, I think there's three dorms in each schema, right? So if we kick it off, I'll just make sure that these dudes are prepared over there so no one gets hurt and everyone's on the same page. So the homie shoots me a strap, and I told him, look, dude, they're gonna call yard right now, so let's go to yard, see what happens. Let's just try to figure this out, get this shit done, and get this move done. So we can work all this out, it doesn't have to turn into a big ass thing. Well, for whatever reason, this black dude being a fucking hardhead, and I mean, he's just a difficult person to talk to in general. So we all go to the yard, and we're all up there, right? And the tension is bad, dude. Like everybody, all the blacks are in their corner, we're all in our corner. Honestly, I thought we were gonna kick it off out there, but it didn't happen out there. The dude said that he was gonna talk to his people and they were gonna figure it out, right? So I gave him the opportunity. We went back to the dorm, and right there when come back from yard, like chow time's maybe about 15, 20 minutes, like right after that. So I came back and I started telling everybody, like, look, if this is gonna happen, like let's do this right, So right there when you get your lunch, everybody takes a seat on the tables before you get your lunch, right? So I told everybody just be on the toes. I'm gonna coach this one more time, and I'm asking to do this move. If you don't, then I'm just blast this fool, So everybody's ready. They're on the toe. Everybody's on the same page, and the blacks, they're thinking that nothing. They're really not even. They're not even on their toes. They're thinking that nothing's gonna happen. I don't know why they're thinking that, but it worked out for us though. Basically, everybody took a seat. Everyone took a seat, and my right hand man was a homie from Rockwood. I'm not gonna say no names. It was a homie from Rockwood, and I told him to come with me to holler at this black dude because he had his boy, his right hand man, and we go and approach these dudes. We wait till everyone takes a seat. They all come down from okay, mind you, on the top tier, they have these the bunks on the top tier. That's why no one wants to go up there is because they're triple racks. Like no one wants to sleep on the triple rack, So just mind you, all the bunks on the top tier are triple racks and they're heavy as fuck. Like if that shit lands on me, it'll kill you, dude. Like that's how heavy they are. So I get out my boy, we go and approach this dude, right? Everyone's sitting down, and I told, honestly, like I already felt that, I knew dude wasn't gonna cooperate, so I already knew it was gonna happen. I was already ready for it. So homeboy fucking comes up and he brings his dude with him, and I'm telling him like, look, dude, it doesn't have to go this far. Like it's like this for a reason. Keep the peace right here between you. It doesn't have to go that way, And old boy flat out told me he ain't making that move. So I mean, I had to do what I did. I got off on dude right there.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
The homie from Rockwood followed right behind me, and then after that, it was just chaos. But we got the upper hand because all these blacks were sitting down on the table, so everybody was sitting down. And all I remember is just hitting this dude and then going to the next one. Those black dude right there, and he already was on my bad side. You know, I didn't like the way dude did, not that I didn't like the way he lived, just the way he conducted himself, how he used to get at other homies and shit. Right, so he was already on my radar. So basically, he was the next person on my list. You know, I got this nigga and went to the next person. So I don't know how it all happened, but next thing you know, all the blacks. Well, I know how it happened. What happened was they started throwing all these tear gas inside the dorm. So all the blacks ran upstairs. Okay. So at that point, all chaos was already broken out, and I remember the cops. What they do actually is right there in Supermax, they close like it's hard to explain, but basically the Sally Port in the middle, and then those three dorms are around it. So when something happens in those dorms, they have these fucking blockers that shut down over the bars. So like it only leaves a small area open to where they could throw in canisters and tase you with their tasers. And they basically let you, you know, you could be in there and you could kill each other all day long if you wanted to. You know, they don't care. So it's a pretty dangerous situation. Thankfully, well, honestly, it all happened. It worked out for us because all these dudes ran upstairs when they started throwing all the tear gas, and we all kind of went to our little corner and regrouped. Like we really there wasn't no, we couldn't do anything. Like you literally can't breathe. Like you had to let that shit pass. So a couple minutes went by, we all got our wind back, and then at that point, these dudes are on the top tier, and I think I got sliced a couple times. The black dude I was fighting with sliced me a couple times, and I was trying to stop the blood on my arms from leaking, right? And as I'm doing this, I see these dudes, those bunks I was telling you about. These dudes start throwing the bunks from the top tier over the tier, trying to throw the bunks on top of the homies, trying to hit the homies with the bunks. And my main concern was getting everybody out the way, because there was some people that were still in areas that were underneath that area that were still fighting with the blacks. You know, that already had got their wind back.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Let's get the homies out that area, you know. And as soon as I ran over, I remember I had said there was a homie right there from matter of fact, he's neighborhood to my enemy on the street, but honestly, I should have let him get hit with that bug, but I didn't. You know, that's the homie right there. I got him out the way just some time, and I remember that bunk fell, but there was somebody else that was right next to him that did get hit with it. That shit shattered his whole. He's lucky he didn't fall on top of him like completely. It just hit his leg, so it fucked him off. He was done. And little by little, these dudes start coming down the stairs. They're throwing the bunks, and then you got blacks that are coming down the stairs to come back down too. So I remember the homie that was with me right there is the homie from Eastside Bowling. He was rocking with me basically the whole time. Like he was one that was with me, him and the homie from Rockwood. So at that time, I don't know where the homie from Rockwood was at, but I got the homie from Eastside Bowling. He was rocking with me the whole time. We're going up, trying to get up the stairs as these dudes are coming down, and I'm waiting. Like I went up like 2 steps, and these dudes are coming down one by one. So we're just getting them as they come down. But this dude that came down had like right there, gang people. They don't got like. Well, really, we got our shit, but the blacks, a lot of them have like fucking tomahawks, razor blade tied up on a toothbrush, you know. So they're trying to slice people with that shit. And the whole time I'm fucking fighting with this dude, I'm getting sliced. I didn't even know that shit until well, actually, what happened was when I was fighting with this dude, I got hit with a taser. One of the deputies right there had shot me with a taser. So those right there, that was my first time ever being tased before. I didn't even know how that shit felt until that day. But trust me, but if you ain't never been hit with those take you down instantly. So they hit me on my side somewhere, and I remember it took me down on the spot. And it wasn't for the homie from Bowling, he's the one that picked me up and got me out the way right there. He pulled the wire out of me and got me out the way right there. So I shook that off. And mind you, just remember that all this shit is happening. It's probably been about 5 minutes, probably 10 minutes almost that's gone by. You know, it's a long time that's already passed. And so I'm right here trying to gain my composure back. And finally, I got my window. I was able to breathe again. I was able to move around, and we started going. We went back at it. I think we probably went like 3 rounds of these dudes, man. And at the end, I'm gonna say probably like, and I don't even know, dude. A lot of people got stabbed. A lot of people got hurt. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy, dude. Um, we all ended up going to the hole after that. They ended up snapping. It finally ended. Everybody finally got down. I ended up going to the hole. Matter of fact, I go to the hole with my side ends up being a homie from Eastside Bowling, and we're in the hole for about, well, right there in Supermax. You go to the hole, and that hole right there, it sucks, dude. I don't know if you guys know about juke balls and shit, but they got these juke balls that they serve you right there like probably 4 times a week, and that shit is disgusting, dude. Like, if you ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. Trust me, you don't want to be there. But yeah, I was in the hole for like 45 days, and me and the homie stayed there with Sally the whole time. And all I was worried about was, mind you, I only got about maybe 8 months, 7 months to going home now, So my whole thing was just being worried about catching a new case. And so this whole time that I'm still in the county, after we get out the hole, I'm just waiting to see if they're gonna file on me or if they're gonna pick anything up. And well, thank God nothing ever happened, but they never filed, nothing never happened, and they just ended up putting me back in the 900 floor. And yeah, that's basically it. That riot was over, and a couple people got in trouble for what happened, but and it was only because they didn't get involved, like because right there, like we're all supposed to, okay, if a riot happens, you all got to jump, you're not gonna be right there and just, soaking up all the benefits, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to participate. So there was a few people that didn't get involved, so they had some repercussions coming. That's another thing that used to suck about being part of that lifestyle, like everything that you did had a repercussion, So yeah, they fucked up and didn't get involved. So, those people had what they had coming, and I had to go and explain myself, of course, because of what happened, And I try my best to prevent that, you know what I mean? But there's just some people in here that, you can't get through to, they have their set ways and that's it. But
What are some of the repercussions that some of these people that didn't get involved, like what do they got coming because they didn't get involved?
Well, basically those dudes that didn't get involved got 339s, which means I'll pick like basically 3 homies to go in and beat your ass basically for 3 times for 39 seconds. So you're going to get your ass whooped 39 seconds, and then another 39 seconds, and then a 39 seconds after that. So you're going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your repercussion for that. But there's other things that, that carry consequences too. But for that particular instance, with those dudes not getting involved, that's what they had coming. So yeah, all those dudes got 339s.
My goodness, bro, 339s. That's a long time.
Yeah, I'd rather get stabbed than that shit, dude, because that's a long ass time to get your ass beat.
Nah, yeah, especially by 3
Trust
people.
me, I know I've had it. Yeah, because I've been on the receiving end, and I've also been giving it to people. So it's not something you want to go through, and that's what's fucked up about being a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just fucked up that you have to even have that coming because you didn't get involved. And those are some of the things that I start to see. That's when I start. Well, actually, I didn't really. That's not when I started to change, but that's when I started like really seeing how things were. Like around that time, a little bit after.
But what if you're just
the way how they are, how
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say just the way they treat your people. After everything that we do for them. And then to just to Well, those dudes, they had that coming because they could have helped out, but it's just the obligations, like those are just some of the obligations that come with it. You can't just be there and not participate,
But what
But
if you're not gang related, or you're just you're not really from the gang, but you're just right there hanging around, and you're not really trying to catch any time because you're probably just 2 months of coming home. That's not understandable.
yeah, they don't care about that. I mean, you got like certain homies that like me. I always try to help people out too, because I always had people that were there to talk to me and give me a second chance. Or wouldn't have me get involved, but yeah, like say for like the residents or people that weren't gangbanging, just there. Like if you don't gangbang, it doesn't matter if you're outside. You're gonna be part of the school, or you're gonna be a homie, or you're either gonna be a fight star homie, or you know what I'm saying. That's it. There is nothing else. There's nothing else to run. So um, if you don't have nobody that's cool, that's gonna like try to like keep you out the way or keep you out of trouble, like you really don't have no choice. You have to get involved.
Have you come to know someone who was a resident and became heavily involved in this lifestyle and straight up became a straight gangster? However, he was never one on the streets.
Yeah, actually, I have. Um, this place, this place, it changes you. I personally know somebody that has became heavily into it. Like into the prison politics, and wasn't even on the street gangbanging. He just came into the system and got caught up in here. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are like that. It sucks too because there's a lot of people that come in here that actually, they're good people, and this place changes you. It does all the way. Like, um, um,
Yeah, man, it's a sad thing to see, man. How it can change someone, and
yeah,
drive, in some cases might even drive someone to kill someone inside of prison. It's a very dark place. It's a
yeah.
very dark culture. How people lose themselves inside of there, man. They really do.
Nah, you do. It does makes you a cold person. That's why my best advice I could get to anybody out there, like, is just, man, dude, just try to stay out this bullshit. 'Cause, I know it seems all glitz and glamour and shit in the beginning, but that's how they make it seem. It's really not, dude. I mean, look at the change from just how it's been from 10 years ago to now. How many active yards it used to be. There's not even that many active yards left anymore. Everybody's over here now because of the way it is.
Do you ever think that CDCR will integrate level 4 yards?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and
Do you ever
recorded.
think that CDCR might integrate level 4 yards and just say, "Hey, man, since you guys are all," and not to say that you're still gangbangs. I know you've done complete 180. However, some SNY yards are full of these SNY gangs, and they might just say, "Hey, since you guys are all gangbanging, why as well just integrate all yards?"
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. They're starting to do that actually. I think right now they're doing that. Like if you still fucking up on this side, I forgot how many times, but yeah, they are gonna eventually. Well, they already have. Like that's why they have those they call them like 50/50 yards. They're already integrated. Um, it's basically you're signing off your S and Y chrono to the program with people that are GP still. So that's
You have 60 seconds remaining.
they're called 50/50 yards, but basically if you're there, you're already there. I mean, that's just how it is. But the people that are still messing up on this side, they will send you to the main line if you're still messing up and continue to mess up over here. I forgot how many chances they give you, but yeah, they will try to throw you on the main line. It's happened already a couple times.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was just a quick little spill with my good friend right here, Anthony, and we appreciate your time. Anthony, is there anything else you would like to say before we end this?
No, just that I appreciate you guys tapping in and tuning in to hear my story. Y'all have a good day.
Bam.
Thank you for listening.